Hello, guys, and welcome back to the CoasterGen Show. We are here. It's season 3. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Before we start, today's episode is brought to you by Airtime Addict, and you get 10% off if you go to the website and use CG Show, and you will get 10% off the order. Right. Anyway, let's crack on. Thank you, Chris, for sponsoring the show. Really appreciate that. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing?
We are back.
Good.
Great to be back, man. Great to be
Amazing.
back.
Good stuff. Hello to a quick few people in the chat right now. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. So not much has happened since we went off the air, right? Like it's 2 months ago. Nothing.
Tell you what, I've been bored.
Yeah, me too, man. There's no news. There's not been any stories. There's not been
definitely not rides testing or anything.
Nah, none. Like no Pantheon, no Velocicoaster, none of these. No, we're not going to talk about any of these. Of course, we're joking. There's been a ton of.
You got me then.
I did. Like you got me in that video with that fantastic editing. I'm coming back for you, Sam. That's ridiculous. He gives me a script and then edits the video. How he like? Oh,
yeah. I gave him a script to say, then completely dissed him.
Yeah,
that's show business. That's how it goes.
That's basically Hollywood. That's basically.
Let's go around the room.
We're gonna have to avenge ourselves.
Well, we are definitely going to avenge ourselves. He does look like Loki. You're correct. He does.
You got to hammer down, man. You got to hammer down.
Argue with the hammer. No, you can't. Yeah. All right. So, Joe, how have you been, man? What have you been up to recently?
I've been really good, man. Thanks. Yeah, very, very busy, to be honest. Loads of content, loads of news to cover. Plenty of stuff going on to our brand new YouTube channel. So if you haven't already checked that out, please do so. And loads of content on the website. But, man, I'm psyched for Monday. I cannot wait. It's going to be the day that we get back to normal and we get back to the parks. What are you saying?
Yeah, honestly, I can't wait, man. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. Aaron, what have you been doing with yourself, dude?
Nothing, really. This is a couple of lives on TK, some ghostly tales, and that's about it. So I'm going back to work now. Life's getting back to normal, and can't wait for Blackpool Pleasure Beach on Monday.
Yeah, bring it on. Sam, what have you been up to, Loki?
Just chilling, $100 billing, waiting to get back waiting to go back to the parks.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Sean, what have you been up to then recently, dude?
Just like working, really. Getting.
You've been like proper busy. Saw that new show reel that you put on Facebook and Twitter as well. It looks awesome for your business, man. It looks really good.
Thanks, man. It's just it's nice that.
Look really good.
And thanks so much. But yeah, it's just been crazy because obviously what we do, we could have done the jobs, but there's loads of businesses who just didn't, want it at the time. So we've got so much stuff backed up that once they say we want it, it's like go, and that's what it's been like recently. So everything's just been like manic. But it's just nice because it's nice working, but also having the parks to look forward to as well. So
yeah,
it's like I can't wait. Honestly, I never want to get back into a park so much and vlog. Like I mean, like, I'm more excited to vlogging than the actual parks
and editing, right? Editing the vlog out and putting the content on. Like I'm proper stoked for that.
Honestly, I can't wait.
You've been vlogging in front of the mirror. Practicing
just been practicing flexing that vlog muscle.
Because your position's changed about 6 times tonight. Like you've been setting up.
What, me?
Yeah.
You started off with a door behind you. Now there's a mirror behind you.
Yeah, we've actually gone further.
We've gone round. We've got a door of your crib. Like that's
I've got the treadmill in front of it. Just
right. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Punch bag in the back. Yeah.
You bought might as well show up.
Mikhile, how have you been, dude? What have you been up to? Well, we're going to tell people what you've been up to anyway in a little while, but just a brief.
I mean, I'm just watching a bit of Netflix, Disney Plus here and there, drawing a pretty picture every now and again. The standard. I've been good. It's been. I said to myself like a week or two ago, like April's going to be an interesting month. I think.
Yeah,
there's a lot happening. Not just for myself, but just like everybody. Obviously, with the parks opening and stuff. But I mean, like, just a lot of people sort of just re-upping their platforms and re-upping their content in line with the parks coming, like reopening and stuff. Like even with myself and my new sort of creative
Venture.
space as well.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, like April and beyond, it's looking really interesting.
It's looking like there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Lot going
for
on.
sure.
Yeah, so
For
much.
sure.
James, just a quick one. James, what have you been doing other than working?
Just
this
literally work.
Are you going to get to FARP like pretty soon? Or are you going to leave it for a bit
Probably
until we come
not.
down?
We've
Gonna wait till we come down.
yeah, we've got like loads of people have holiday at the moment during this month.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
So
be
guys,
next month.
yeah. So guys, if you are listening to this on Spotify, Google Podcast, or iTunes, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, because that is where we record this live. So make sure you come and check out. This is our video format podcast. So there will be a few things that sound a little bit off for an audio podcast, but if you check out the video, it will all make perfect sense. Also, if you want to get some super chats in or any questions you've got for us, fire away in the chat and we will pull them up on screen, read them out, give you a shout out, whatever you want. Just let us know in the chat and we'll pick them out throughout the show. All right, let's get into our first topic. Let's go across the pond. Let's check out Velocicoaster. June 10th, Velocicoaster opens at
D-Day.
Universal Orlando. Oh my God, this ride just like from where we left off. Like, what did we have in the last podcast that we did? Podcast? Yeah, I'm from New Jersey.
Podcast.
Podcast. What was the last podcast that we did? We had a few rocks, and we had a few rocks and a few flashing blue lights. Now we have that video. We've just basically shown like almost the whole of the launch and the top hat. Like, oh man, this ride, guys. What do you think? Let's start.
Oh my
Who wants
God.
to start? Someone pick it.
Can I? I've got, I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps after that. That was crazy.
It's our production. That's all that is. It's not.
Hi, Phil. I just got over today.
You know when it launches and then at the end where the theme tune comes in, I'm like, I can only imagine just the sounds as well. Like, I can't speak. Someone else speak. I'm speechless. I'm done in by it.
You said you wanted to go first.
Yeah, I know.
You wanted to go first, and you just like, I'm speechless. I can't talk.
No, you know what? I don't want to talk about it.
I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated.
Can I just say, I mean, that in itself, that ride, the theming, the immersiveness of it. I mean, this is going to be probably the best roller coaster in the world when it opens on June 10th. There is no mistake about that whatsoever. These guys have gone above and they've gone beyond and they've knocked it out of the park. So massive well done to Universal on that one. Huge well done.
For sure. Who wants to go next? Anyone?
Oh no, me. No, you.
Who am I moving?
Go ahead. You go.
No, you go.
All right, I'll go. I just want to go because right on cue, Harry's put something good in the chat. He basically said like the big question is, will Velocicoaster be the best intimate multi-launch coaster? And to be honest, I think it has as good a chance as any of being that. Like when you compare it to Terra and Tiger and then Pantheon as well, I think it has as good a chance, if not even more so, of being the best of that group and Maverick as well. But there's a lot. There's rightly so to some extent. Like there's a lot of people comparing, Velocicoaster and Pantheon now that we've seen testing footage at Pantheon as well. I think that just for me personally, I think that I'm more excited for Velocicoaster. I can see Pantheon being a more aggressive ride from a coaster standpoint, but from, when you talk about quote unquote overall experience, I think that Velocicoaster is going to deliver so much more heavily on that front. And when you look at like when you look in like two thrill coasters, one with sort of like style, hopefully stylized pretty well, and one with the kind of like intricate theming and backstory and depth and the visual experience that Velocicoaster has. For me personally, I just automatically sway towards the latter because there's so much more to offer with a good coaster experience as opposed to just the coaster experience itself. So that's where I'll go.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you nailed it. That's absolutely, nailed it. Sean, go on, mate. You wait to go.
Well, first of all, I don't think it's going to live up to the hype because I can't remember a coaster having this much hype.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ever. Like it's got so much hype. Like it's going to be a very divisive coaster, 100%. It's going to be like probably the most divisive coaster we've ever. That's what I'm thinking anyway, off the top of my head. But it's just down to preference, man. Like I'm not the biggest lover of Jurassic World. I like Jurassic Park, but Jurassic World, like it's just so clean. Like what I've seen from like the inside and everything, it's very clean, like modern-esque.
Yeah.
I personally tend to like more gritty and darker things, but like that's a completely subjective thing. But
yeah, sure.
I think it's just going to be like it's going to be a bit like Hagrid's, where it's like if they nail the story to it, you won't care about what the coaster's like. Like you should just immersive experience, and I think that's just that I can pull that off as well as doing like a thrilling coaster. That will be something that it's just not really been done before, has it? Like a coaster, like a thrill coaster, proper narrative. That would be interesting to see how far they can go with it. But I personally don't think it's going to be interim multi-launch. I don't think it will be, but I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to think about the Pantheon as well, which is obviously that is that's opening up soon. That's testing. That thing looks absolutely ridiculous. The speed that thing carries,
my God.
That looks crazy. I'm not a massive fan. I have to admit, I'm not a massive fan of the back and forth on coasters. Probably because I've not ridden one yet. But like, I can imagine it being, I don't know, just being a little bit strange. I get why they do it because you need to create momentum, and it's to get around the layout. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I need to experience it, and next year I will on Icebreaker. That'll be my first like back and forth coaster. Yeah. So.
I think it's still quite a foreign concept when you think of launch coasters. But
sure.
I don't know if you guys have ever done like any Premier Skyrocket 2s. I know there's one out in Germany, but so like the backwards launch on those are aggressive as all hell. It's like it folds you to some degree as it accelerates backwards. And I just think from going off of the test footage for Pantheon, this one going over an airtime hill, it looks to take like on that backwards launch, it looks to take the airtime hill with some speed. A
lot of speed.
Both ways, it looks like you're going to get like some strong airtime going over it. And then when it goes up the spike backwards, like the whole train gets super high up the spike. It doesn't like get like only halfway up the spike. It's going to be as good a visual experience in the front row as it is in the back because the entire train is so high. And then once it goes over the airtime hill again, like I think like I kind of like I think I was sort of skeptical to the sort of the swing launch on the Intamin blitzes as well. But seeing this thing testing already, and we know if it's testing like this already, how it's not been testing long at all. So if it's testing like this already, when it's open, it's going to have some semblance of how it looks right now. and that's an incredible thought going
Yeah,
forward.
it's mad. It's mad that we're
Yeah.
getting Pantheon, Velocicoaster, Conda,
Yeah.
and Icebreaker and the Gwazi. Maybe is Gwazi opening this year? Have they said anything? Have Busch Gardens said anything? Like,
No.
they've already said it's open like last year, but I mean,
That's because they didn't tell their advertising.
the marketing email didn't get around that day, did it? That didn't happen.
I mean, all it says on the website apparently is anticipated 2021. So at the moment, it's still not confirmed an opening date for it. But we'd hope it would. To be fair,
Yeah,
So-
I think they would want to with everything opening up.
It depends what they want to do. It depends what the SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment Company want to do. Like, as far as I think, well, I imagine that the park itself wants to get it open.
Yeah,
But
sure.
you know, they have a parent company they have to adhere to some degree. So it depends. It depends if they see it as,
It would be very odd for them not to open it, considering
it would.
loads
Very
of parks are opening new attractions.
it needs to. It needs to open.
It needs
It
to
needs
open. I agree.
competition.
Yeah.
It's going to lose out on a lot of people if they don't open it.
Expedition
What
theme
they-
parks. It says anticipated 2021. It's such a good word that is, isn't it? Anticipated.
Anticipate.
We didn't
Subject to
promise
change.
anything.
So incredibly vague.
That's a great way to use it, isn't it? It's
But
great, 'cause you
before
can-
let's just go back to Velocicoaster though. That bridge, like, can we just talk about like the footage that's going to come out from not that one, but the other
I was
one.
about to say not that one.
That is cool.
It's a nice looking photo.
That is a nice looking photo. That is the launch. That is the first launch,
That's the
I
first
believe.
launch, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the first
The whole
launch.
coaster looks phenomenal.
Yeah, looks insane. Looks insane. But the views from that bridge as you walk through and you cut through
Yeah.
that area there, the whole ride has been designed around that bridge, right? Because obviously it comes down to Misty Discovery Center, and then it flies around the bridge twice, then it does the roll over the water.
I'm
Is
so
there
excited
another-
to do it. Go, mate.
Go on, Mikhile.
All right, just a quick one. Is there another like area or viewpoint in a park that you can think of that gives you literally 360 views of a coaster like that? Because I can't think of one.
Nemesis is pretty close.
Swarm
Well,
Island,
that is
even
literally
though
in
it's
the
not
ride
as
area.
particularly pleasing, but Swarm Island.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
You say
that's it.
Nemesis or Nemesis?
yeah,
in front?
Nemesis.
You
Nemesis.
can't see that what you were saying, Mikhile. Like, or
Say
Well, you
again.
can't see
What
the
was that?
whole area from the bridge. You can only see what's coming towards you and what's going away.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Nemesis actually
that-
puts you in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah, to be, I should know that. I took hella pictures from that last year. but yeah, no. I was just thinking, like,
Furious
just
back over
it-
the lake from Joe.
Furious
That's a
Backhoe's
good
a shout. Furious
That's a
Backhoe's
good
a shout.
shout.
That is
Yeah.
a shout. Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
that
spot
is
where
good.
you've
That's a
literally
visual,
just got coaster just all around you. Like,
Yeah.
Let's say about Velocicoaster.
there are a few.
Yeah, go on, Aaron.
Sorry, I just wanted to say, like, about the hype of Velocicoaster. I think it deserves the hype because, from what we're seeing, it's given us everything we asked for as enthusiasts. And personally, when I want a full immersive experience, and that's what it's delivering.
On a thrill coaster.
So, yeah, on a roller, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think so. Yes, this probably is a bit too overhyped, but then again, does it deserve it? I think so because from what we can see, it's delivering what I always ask for.
I just the only thing I don't know. There's so much like talking about like there being like this epic indoor section. So until if it's not got like an indoor dark ride section, then it's going to be there's not really going to be like much narrative except for like maybe a pre-show. Whereas I'm same as like Taron really, where there's not really there's a loose story to it, but nothing's happening on ride. I feel like it needs to have like audio on ride. I feel like that's what we all kind of gathered when it first was like
I agree.
audio happens on the coaster when you're going in and certain points. So it needs to nail that story bit for me. Otherwise, it's just like a load of I say it's really hard.
Has it been marketed as like a story coaster? Like, I feel like that side of the hype has been mainly manufactured by like people like me.
Oh yeah,
they've
All
mainly
the
just
gods of
been
mischief.
promoting the
They've
visuals.
been quite. Obviously, we saw like they had.
their connections dropping in and out.
It seems
Yeah.
like they go where it's not like, but there's a narrative. There's certain points throughout the ride that keep it all tied together with that onboard audio as well. And I think like it kind of, I think it was just hinted at in a way.
Yeah.
And it's not been, there's nothing's official because I mean they've only just announced, they've only just shown
Yeah.
us a trailer. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I think this is what
The connection's pretty bad, Sean. Keeps dropping out.
is it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is the thing with us enthusiasts is we sometimes are our own worst enemies where we hype ourselves up
Yep.
like so much.
Yeah,
Could not
definitely.
agree more.
Like, even if you will be happy with it, I guarantee you there'll be loads of people who will just
Say
hate
it's
it.
slow.
Yeah, just say it's
It looks a
slow
bit
or-
slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous.
Just the way it goes,
man.
man. Like, I mean, you just got to go on Twitter and look at people arguing over what's better, Disney or Universal, and it's like they're different
Yeah.
parks. Like,
Yeah, you can't compare them.
it's mad.
No.
You're never going to get rid of that, I don't think. I think we're always
As if you can't go and enjoy both.
Yeah,
exactly.
Stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
I just enjoy everything as much as I can.
As you should.
yeah. Like it's cool to like talk about it and be like, what do you prefer? Like that's fine, but it's when people are like literally like, no, it is better because of this. And it's like, no, like,
You
you
can
can't
talk
that's your
respectfully about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Steve Brown in the chat there says the Wicker Man and the bank curve above you is pretty good 360 view. That's a good point. Wicker Man does have
Very
that.
good point.
That-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
in
I think
the
that's
queue
part
line,
of
in
the
the
queue.
queue line, yeah.
That's
That's
really
really
good.
good. That is a
It's a
good one.
nice shot, especially when the
I don't-
flames are running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
I don't know
tough.
what I'm more excited for. More is like riding Velocicoaster or just
I've
like
seen it.
seeing it from
Yeah,
afar.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
the vibe,
Legit.
that
Yeah.
vibe that's going to create in that park, being able to see
Yeah.
it like across the lake, you know, when you first come in, like all the way around, especially at night and stuff with the lights on it. I just
at
think
night.
it's going to be
Oh.
amazing.
I'm legit
Sam's
gonna
about
have.
to,
I'm legit gonna have.
Sounds
That's
about
what
to
I'm thinking.
explode.
Like,
Yeah, I'm having kittens over here. Like, I'm just
Having
thinking about-
kittens. Get that on a
No.
t-shirt. Sam Costello on YouTube.
I'm just thinking about that bridge, like just being able to watch it on that bridge and trying to do like a 360 like panorama of it on the bridge, that sort of thing. That bridge before Hogwarts. It's
Hogwarts.
Vlogwarts.
It's gonna be
Wow.
Hogwarts. Yeah.
are you alright, Sam? Are you
We're
alright?
gonna call it that. No, I had
That's
a
the
joke.
quote.
in my
That's
head.
the quote of the year. That's the quote of the year. Like,
Yeah.
stop the podcast.
Yeah, that's it done.
We're
Having
done.
kittens over here. Sam Costello 2021.
Yeah, hold on a second. For the listeners on like the podcast and in the chat, I was going to say a joke about it being Vlogwarts Bridge because you got Hogwarts in the background and everyone's going to be vlogging there. And
No, that's fine. You have to
That's
explain
good,
it.
though. You know, that's
It's quality
Delivery.
material, mate. We don't expect nothing less, you know? That's what we
You gotta be
If you write-
excited.
Sam, if you write me the jokes, I'll deliver them next time. I'll just give you some. I'll give you some money for them.
Wait,
But
Luke,
you're
am
right.
I allowed to swear on this?
No.
Yeah, but it's about just being there, isn't it? Like when I finally get to Taron, you know, I'll spend a long time in that area just being there. So what do the Wickman, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, with someone who's still not experienced Taron, hopefully it will do pretty soon. Like I want to, if I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I'd like to get there before I do Velocicoaster next year. I don't think it'll happen, but I just feel like these new Intamin coasters in the last 10 years are just absolutely incredible, and the minds behind them as well are just like insane. Like the creative material that goes along with the actual engineering involved as well, the marketing, the designs, the sight lines that they're coming up with as well for these rides. It's just nothing like anything we've ever seen before ever in the history of theme park like the industry. These new rides are really taking it, man. They're taking it hard, and it's good. It's good to see.
It's crazy because it's like when you build something like Taron, or you still yet to do like Fly, like Coaster. Like when you do that, like there's just so much involved in it that like you compare that to something like just like a car park coaster.
Legit.
You've got nothing. All that's there is the
Yeah.
coaster, and that's all there is to talk about. Whereas you go to somewhere like Taron and you see Velocicoaster, it's like that's to me like I didn't never come off Taron because I don't know if Coasterbot's still, but you know he's always saying it could be better with inversions. But I feel like with them type of coasters, when they put in that theme in, I don't come off thinking, well, if they only did that and they only did that, I was like, that was just an amazing experience. Like, and I think
it's like. Oh, go on. Sorry, I was just going to add on to your point.
Yeah, carry on.
It's like especially with the thrill coasters, because there are such a little amount of thrill coasters that have such a high level of theming as well, that when it is included and heightened to the level that it is for Taron, for Velocicoaster, for Fly, for those kind of coasters, like there's like when people say take away all the theming, what coaster's better? I really don't see the point in doing that because you'll never get to ride it. And for two, the theming's there for a reason. The theming matters. Like it's as much a part of the experience as the coaster itself. So why not just take it all in at once? What's the point of really saying take away all the theming? It's not really that good a coaster unless it, the discrepancy is like super wide. But like for a thrill coaster, for a high level thrill coaster to have so much theming, why would you want to experience it without all the theming? Why would you want to think about that?
It's the whole experience, isn't it? You know.
I just think it adds so much. Even though it's probably more expensive, obviously way more expensive for parks to do it. I just think like it's just longevity. Like it just makes a coaster more relevant for like
never gets old, does it?
Longer. Yeah,
it never gets old and it ages well.
If Nemesis was just like, if that wasn't in a massive hole, do you think it'd still like have as much? Like,
probably not, because that's what makes it unique.
You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't. It just wouldn't. So it just from a investment point of view, it just makes so much more sense. And I really hope like UK parks like take that approach in the future. Just doing like what Phantasialand do, where it's like they open one big. I know like they had a lot to play with and stuff, but just being out of this area, and the whole area is going to be around this one coaster. You know, maybe add some other like little things in there as well. But I just think that works. So, like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Because then people aren't going to get making like gift shops in there and making money off the food and stuff. As long as everything within it, it just makes so much more sense. And I just hope we can do that like in this country, but planning permission in it.
But I mean Wicker Man for me is an example of that, where they still can. It's not too late. They still can make that whole area, Wicker Man themed. I think that's where they should go with that area with Mutiny Bay. I think it should come out of the Mutiny Bay side of things and go into the whole Wicker Man storyline. And I think that would be pretty epic if they did that, to be honest. But that's an option for the park to do if they want to do that. But at the moment, they've got Mutiny Bay and then they've got Wicker Man. Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could make a new show of it.
Instead of old park show, they could do the whole Wicker Man, some backstory, some kind of folk tale to do with it. That could be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Mapping or whatever.
I mean, you could add some red lights into Mutiny Bay, add some more mist at Scarefest and stuff like that, make it into proper like Wicker Man territory, like like something like the Sacrifice, something you could call Scare Maze, that where you've got things going on. Just try and mold the two together. I really think, because when Wicker Man was being built, the rumors were it was like pirate themed, and I know Flamingo Land's ride is pirate themed. It seems to be with a new coaster in England. It's like, it's pirate themed. It's going to be pirate themed, definitely pirate themed. But it's not. So like, if it was, that would have made perfect sense with Mutiny Bay. It would have. So I think they could do that with Wicker Man, and it's like you say with Taron and Klungheim, like it's all one thing. It's amazing.
Speaking of like
that picture as well to go with that comment.
Speaking of Phantasialand in general, just something I've been thinking past few days. Is it? I don't know if you guys will agree, but just like, is it me or is there a lot of similarities between the newer themed areas at Universal Parks and the themed areas at Phantasialand? Like,
yeah, I mean that is a pretty fair. Yeah, I know what you're
the
saying.
ones we've spoken about like the connection between Velocicoaster and Taron / Klugheim. The Universal creative team gone over there, spoken to the Lawful Heart family. Universal's one of the Lawful Hearts family's favorite park brands and stuff. Like we've spoke about that before, but like I started to think about especially the newer areas, and the ones I'm thinking about specifically are Diagon Alley in Universal Studios Florida, Super Nintendo World, and then Klugheim and Rookborough.
Yeah,
those four in particular, all share a lot of similarities.
You could probably put all four of them in the same park, and it wouldn't look out of place.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah,
like
the point being, once you step into it, that's it. You're fully in that world, aren't you? Yeah.
Exactly. They're all really compact in the grand scheme of things. They're all really compact.
Sure.
They all have really small entrances, so like when you pass through them, you just like the whole area is just revealed to you.
Diagon Alley is like a little archway, isn't it? Like
It's so good. Yeah.
Super Nintendo World, just like that showcases it really well. The amount of stuff they've got in there, so just more safe.
Exactly.
But it's
looks amazing.
It's really enclosed, and I like that feeling of like when you go into these places and you are enclosed, and it's like so important. And it's I mean, Harry's. I'm just going back to what Harry needs to come on the show again. He's coming.
He is. He's coming on.
He's going to come on.
Yeah.
But it's like just saying like how that Phantasialand was able to remove a lot of their terrible rides. And replacing them in one big go, and most parks can't afford. But I disagree with that, man. It's like what they can afford it, because it's not like they don't just like take their own money. Like it's all investments, isn't it? It's like they look at a big area and go, Merlin, for example, they're like what, second, third biggest park?
Second.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they have the money, like they have the money to do these things. It's like if you said to someone, say if like Nemesis didn't exist, and you're like, towers are going to blow a massive hole in the floor. And you're like, no, that's not going to happen. Like people will be like, no, they're not going to do that. It's like, no, they can do it. Like, I just think it would have a big pull. It would get people to a park if you did something as highly themed and stuff.
Yeah, but it's proven, isn't it? It's proven to increase revenue, right?
I mean, we're not like business analysts, are we? So we could be just completely wrong.
Maybe we need one. If someone's watching who buys rides for parks, who decides to ride, John, like, kind of looking at you. If you want to come on the show, that's fine.
think about like the two biggest rides that have had like a kind of cultural phenomenon in this country is like the Smiler and Wicker Man, and because like the theming is just like so bizarre and pretty crazy, it's proved to like work. Surely
it's mainly down to them being outlandish concepts as well.
Yeah,
and the outlandish promo that they get for them as well.
I don't think it's any coincidence that they're both at Alton Towers either, to be fair. That's one part that seems to pull that off perfectly. So
speaking of which, should we talk about the Retro Squad?
Ooh, please, let's do.
Someone's echoing, by the way, as well.
Yes, someone is.
Yes.
Is it me?
No idea. Let's roll this.
Unkent Live, Big Stage, Roller Disco.
Amazing.
Best thing
well,
ever.
well done.
Like,
Well done. Oh man.
Yeah.
Three
It puts a smile on
fairground
the face.
attractions like just made three of the biggest like improvement things in the
Yeah.
world. Just through that marketing.
I
Like,
need to get, like,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
remind
way
people,
to overcome like a mass sulk. Like just
Yeah.
throw some nostalgia in there and brilliant marketing, and suddenly all the sulks have gone, including mine. I was sulking as well.
That's the first time I've
Happy now.
actually seen that video.
Is it really?
Yeah.
really?
I love it.
Yeah.
Who's
I
echoing?
actually
You reminded
Who's
me.
echoing? Let's try and figure that out. Someone's echoing really bad.
it might be me.
I don't know.
How do
I'll
we
mute
check?
myself.
Yeah, someone just meet one by one.
Okay, blah blah blah.
Testing.
All my audio is coming out of my headphones, so
I can't hear the echo, so maybe it's me.
Was it still echoing then?
I don't
No.
think it was.
I don't think,
I don't think it was. It's weird.
It might have gone. Let's.
It might have gone.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was that's a proper animation. That's like drawn proper old school animation.
It reminded me of that show Thundercats.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, that's like a proper. That's why it's been received so well. Is because it's like nostalgic, you know. And it's just nice to. I think what's the main thing about that ad is I know there's people going, well, people are loving it now, aren't they? When everyone's moaning, like.
Yeah,
I don't think it's fair to be like saying that because that's the problem with leaks, isn't it? Something gets leaked, it doesn't go to the park's plan. They had a plan for this, to how to merge it into the park. But I think with this anime, it's just shown everyone like they've not just thrown these rides in there; they've actually
they've thought about
it, and they've cared enough to be like, let's create this. Advert that for non-enthusiasts like they wouldn't care, so they've actually done this for people who are fans of the park and stuff. So I think it's just reassured people that like that they do care, so
sure. Like I just find it like just so good. It just put me back to sitting down on a Saturday watching cartoons, man. Like it was so good. Oh man, who's echoing? That's really bad. It's not good.
I'll mute myself a bit because I can't hear the echo. So maybe it's.
I just muted myself.
Okay, that's weird. It's proper weird. Never mind. We're gonna try. Sorry about the audio, guys. We'll try and fix that. We've got a lot going on, but we'll try and sort that out for next episode. Sorry about that. We'll just carry on with it. Yeah. So Retro Squad is obviously the free flat rides that have been put in. There is a fourth though. There's a fourth by the new area, Gangster Granny area, and that is I can't remember what it is. It's a Twister. I think it's a Twister, right? And that's up there. It got leaked. It got leaked on TikTok. So they've not advertised that one yet. There are some other names though. When the droid picks out Funk and Fly and Roller Disco, there's like Blast Wave. Now I had a little bit of a theory. Like, was that a bit of a tease from Towers? Are we getting some sort of water attraction at some point? And they were like, you know what? Let's just throw that in. Blast and Wave. It's the same thing. No, I don't think it is. But it would be cool if it was. If that turned out to be true, I would be so hyped.
It would be cool, but I think we've been stung by these looking into like trailers and all sorts too much, man.
For sure.
I think I think if there is that, I know it got leaked and stuff, but if that is still there, then it's obviously not gonna open until the David Williams World is open, is it? So we might see another advert introducing like that one, possibly. I don't know.
Hopefully. Comes flying around the corner and takes out.
Yeah, they could have a bit of a like story arc going on there with it. That'd be cool.
Can they do it live at fireworks? Like,
oh man, imagine! Like... and they just do fireworks to that soundtrack. I think is it Simon Allen that's done it? I think that's what. I think that's what the YouTube channel put out today. It was
Simon Allen.
Simon Allen.
He's done all the Scarefest soundtracks for a while now, so it's probably.
Yeah, he also did the Duel one as well. The Duel revamp, he did the soundtrack for that. So,
well, I am 100% metal scoring that retro track because it's so cool.
Yeah, I hit best.
It's bad, isn't it? That we're so happy that they've done something, like not just left them.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's I'm really happy. I think it's bad that we're in that position where we're like, oh, thank goodness they've done something.
Well, it's not that though. It's like they did all the retro uniform. Like Sean, that jacket you got is stunning, man. That's sick.
Oh,
Can't wait to
yeah.
see that. Like it looks amazing.
It's
I wanted the
so
Fanta
good.
one. I hope Towers, you better get some Fanta jackets in stock. Seriously, I will buy them all. No, but they're doing retro merch. Rollercoaster Rachel shared a post on Instagram, and you could see Corkscrew retro merch in the window, which looked amazing. And there was a Fanta jacket as well, just lying next to it. So maybe there's like a bit of a showpiece in Towers Trading. I'm looking forward to seeing the branding as well when we get there.
Yeah.
And to see what they've done with that. Thank you, Behemoth, for the super chat. And thank you, Chris, for the super chat as well, by the way. Thank you.
Lovely.
Great to see the CoasterGen Show back on again. Hope you all have been doing good. Yeah, cheers, Behemoth. We've been awesome, man. Like it's been such cool. Metal Score X Retro Squad needs to happen. It's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. I've already started. It's
awesome.
It's an absolute tune. It's basically the final countdown, but like with Hold the Mountain King in it. It's awesome. It's
Yeah,
really
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very very that. But I'm just glad that they've obviously had this planned. Now it said it crossed out 2020, and it said 2021 on the the logo.
No, 1980. They crossed out 1980.
Oh, did they? Oh, sorry,
it's
my bad.
1980.
So did they plan to do this last year, and then they've moved it forward? Because obviously 1980 would have made it for the 40th. Obviously now it's 2021.
I think it is just merging old and new.
Yeah, do you think they've just done it out of the chance
thing,
of
not
just a thing?
I don't think they were planning on doing anything like this last year.
It's just weird how it would be 40 years though, bang on. Like it does make sense though. Like to say it like that, it does make sense.
it's just a branding thing.
Yeah,
Isn't it really
merging the 2 years.
It's really funny though, I think, because there's a lot of people that said last year, wouldn't it be really great if we saw like some pop-up retro rides at Alton Towers Resort, and then literally the year after we get this. I mean, surely that's not coincidence. It's
They're watching.
But we've all been saying it for a while though that Towers could do that. A lot of people have been saying it, and I mean a lot of people have been saying it for quite a few years. That Towers should get some retro rides in there. What I'm going to find interesting is, are they going to stay out throughout the year, or are they going to move them during Oktoberfest, or maybe bring some more in for Oktoberfest for the lawns area or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They could do.
They
could
put them in areas,
rides on there. Yeah.
Where they put them quite on.
Yeah, they've put them on all sites. So you've got Ripsaw, Submission, and you've got up by. There wasn't really a flat ride there. It came from 2.5 years away.
That makes sense.
Perfect. That's it. That's the reason why. Coasterbot's got the all spark confirmed. There you go. What about Towers made something a lot of people weren't looking forward to into a marketing masterpiece everyone loved. If they do a shirt with the retro squad on, I'm having it. If they do a hoodie with that, man.
That would be such good branding on a hoodie or something. That
it's awesome. I get it that a lot of people are like, oh, it's still only flat rides though. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to go on any of them. I've said this already. I've said my piece on this. I'm probably not going to go on any of them. I'm going to be too busy riding Nemesis and Mine Train. Well, Mine Train because I've got to do a lot of working VTO on the Mine Train still. And I'm going to be riding a lot of things and going to a lot of places that I wouldn't usually go to because I'm trying to get resources for VTO this year. Obviously doing the vlog as well and the Nemesis documentary. So I'm going to be very busy. If I get a chance to go on like Funk and Fly, just off if the queue's down, I'll jump on it. Roller disco, probably not. I don't think I can hack waltzers anymore.
I need to do a waltzers.
I haven't done a waltzer for years, and I need to do one, so I'm gonna do it.
Right, I'll tell you what. I'll do you a deal, Sean. I'll do you a deal. If we do end up doing a collab vlog at Towers, then we'll jump on the waltzers, man. We'll do it. And I'll die after. But
it's one of them things. Like this is what I was saying to people. Like when I was talking to people when they first announced, and everyone was like, I was like complaining about it. I was like, I get it, right? I get how annoyed people are, but imagine in like 15 years, and you can say like, do you remember that time when like Towers had all them like fun fair rides? Like that was just a laugh. You know what I mean? Like it was just a laugh. Like,
Come on,
all I want if I do ride any of those I just want to ride one and hear the ride operator go, "Attention!" One time, I need that. My day is
If
complete.
they don't do it, we'll do it. Like,
we'll do it for you.
We'll just do it as we're going around, man. Just make it happen. Make it happen. That's what you want. We'll make it happen.
I just want to hear a German guy just shouting, "Scream if you want to go faster!"
I hope they do it Oktoberfest.
Wait,
that'd be amazing.
Do the accent
Imagine
again.
if the actors.
No, that was a bad.
No, don't do the accent
I don't
again.
know what that accent was.
No, pick the producer.
Yeah, I'll just vanish and be.
Imagine if the Oktoberfest actors and actresses come round and like start
spinning cars
in character around the flat rides with like the big horn thing that they've got. I don't know why I apologize to people who are obsessed with Oktoberfest. But yeah, imagine if that happened. That would be amazing. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it might surprise us.
I don't think I'll have rides on the lawn. Personally,
you don't want rides on the lawn.
No, so I don't think emerging through. What did that say? Emerging through smoke and
lasers. That is Stone Island jacket and Burberry baseball.
That's
amazing. If you had like
Hi, I'm Francis Jackson. This is the spinning class. That would be awesome. No, yeah, I don't think they're going to put them on the lawns, but I
just think it's the problem with
if you had classical ones.
What's that?
Sorry, if you had like classical ones, they'd go on the lawn. You know, stuff that would have been at towers a long time ago, you know.
Yeah,
like more, not retro, but classical ones.
Yeah, like in Helter Skelter and things like that.
They did it with that's the old steam fair come onto the lawns at towers. The problem with the lawns is that like they get muddy like real fast.
Oh yeah,
real fast, and because they're going to have events on them
throughout the year,
all over the year, they're going to want to try and keep it like pristine as possible.
Yeah, like I hate
even when they put the mats down.
Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park.
Yeah,
that gets horrific.
One weekend at Fox is an absolute mud bath. There's like you can see people like slipping over in it. It's the worst thing. It's like being at like a festival, everyone's just slipping on their arses.
Yeah, and they can't leave the mats down all year because the grass would just die. Like that
it looks like the buildings. It looks like the buildings melts on the lawns today, like the food huts or something.
Yeah,
nice.
They'll have the food hut all year. I think they'll do that, but I think that's like.
Speaking of the lawns, is that that stage that they've got there on the lawn now? Is that staying for the entire year?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
they've got events throughout the year, so
they're going to use Mardi Gras going there. Then it's Oktoberfest, then it's Scare.
Yeah.
Fest and Scarefest. I had the pit things on the stages the entire time, so I think it would.
Yeah.
That's such a better place to put it as well because it doesn't impede the view of the towers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Over the lawn and stuff like that.
And it kind of feels like there's more seating because they've used that corner, so they've extended it out. So, and then obviously you've got where people were sat last year plus extra as well.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's a lot of a bigger area. It's gonna be interesting to see where they put the food huts, though. Maybe they'll line the stage on the side of it, maybe upwards. I don't know, but
it'll have the spinball side again.
Yeah, I think so. I think they could do that, but that's where the stage is. So I don't know. Maybe they should make like a little. Are they doing like Christmas markets and stuff as well? Like I can't quite remember if they said that. Like they were doing part of.
They've been confirmed as part of their winter Christmas offering. It's going to be part of that offering, I think.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That's different.
I'd love that. I'd love
that'd be great.
Christmas market like that towers would be awesome.
Hot chocolate mug with Alton Towers on. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Souvenir to take home.
Mate.
That's
just Bailey's hot chocolate, mate. That's what it's all about.
Ooh.
Yes, I don't think Uzi Boozy will be there just yet, but the welcome you'll probably get woodcutters as well.
Uzi Boozy though, like I don't think I'm not going to call that thing Uzi Boozy.
No, it's Uzi Boozy, no matter what.
No.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should make that a staple in
any pub or bar that doesn't have like a distinguished name. I'm calling it
Uzi Boozy.
Yeah, good like name,
sure.
like for a pub.
Why not?
Also, this one was quite funny.
That's better. Definitely.
That would be complete.
I want a corn dog now. That's not fair, Behemoth. We can't just go out and get them.
Corn dogs are so bad. Like, I don't know why. I was so looking forward to trying a corn dog, and I had one, and it was like the worst thing ever. It's sausage rolls are better, gotta say.
So sausage rolls are better, but imagine a sausage roll on a stick. That would be even better.
Roll, I think, and it's not. It's not.
Imagine a Greg sausage roll on a stick.
Imagine if that
Give that to an American or a Canadian. Like, there you go. That's our corn dog.
Was it? It was a famous. It was a famous like America that introduced this new type of food, and it was literally it was a sausage roll. And everyone was like, "This isn't new. Like, we've had it in here for ages." And it was just funny seeing like all the other proper like British people like no.
I want to try deep fried Oreos. That's what I want when I go over to the States.
Ooh, what? Oh, wow. That's naughty, Aaron. You can't be saying that on the podcast.
If you go to Scotland, you can get it everywhere.
It's not naughty, it's dirty. It is.
There's a place in Cardiff that does them as well, actually.
Deep fried Mars bars, that's where it's at.
Yeah, they do Mars bars.
I've never tried one of them either.
I'm fairly certain you could.
Welcome to Food Hour here on the coast.
No, I'm fairly certain you can give this place something to deep fry and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, we're all starving, man.
Deep fried pizza in Scotland.
Any talk about snacks?
Yes.
So, what's your favourite corn snack?
Corn on a cob from KFC is quite good. That's a good snack.
I think we should move on.
Let's move on. Right, so guys, if you've got any questions in the chat, please do fire away. Sean's really hungry now, and we're sorry if you're listening to this and it's not lunchtime or dinner time, wherever you are. But yeah, if you've got any questions in the chat, please do fire away. Super chats are open as well. So let's move on to our next topic, which is, I can't quite remember. James, help me out here.
Storm Chaser.
Oh yes, POV today drops of Storm Chaser at Tornado Springs at Palms Park. Let's have a quick gander at this. Right, now we thought that was Horizon locked, but CoasterBot has just put in that 360 video has been tracked to follow the layout of the track. So that's interesting. I want to see that. It just felt weird watching it in that way.
Yeah.
On a spinning coaster, because the thing looks. Mikhile, I'm not even going to get you started, bro. The thing is, it looks absolutely epic for a family coaster in the park that it's in. It looks like a massive coaster for the park that it's in. Don't forget, this is the home of Peppa Pig, right? This is not the home of Tornadoes and Springs. This is originally a very low age theme park. Now putting this upper age attraction in, and honestly, I think it's going to absolutely kill. I think it's going to make an absolute fortune for the park. It looks insane. The quality of theming that's in it as well. it's up there with some of the best. It's up there with some of Merlin's theming. It's up there with sort of even like Efteling. Like it's got like this vibe to it. It's got like this Fantasyland vibe to it. It's got this. It just looks incredible, and I think they've done an amazing job. Hats off to every single one of them that's there, that's done that, and that's took the brave investment in putting that into the park, not knowing how people would accept it, not knowing how your audience would accept it. Let's take like Water Valley, for example, who are toning down their rides at the moment. So this is like a massive leap forward, and I'm going down. That's made me want to go down. That's a long way. That is a long way. That's made me want to go. So well done, Paulton's Park. Honestly, what do you guys think? I think it looks insane.
It looks like a lot of fun. I want to ride it.
Well fun.
Yeah, I said we did. I've said before on the podcast, but me and Joe did like the same model over in the Netherlands at Toverland, and it was so fun. Like you look nice. At it, and you go, it's a kids ride. It's like there's actually like quite forceful. He did anyway, and it's so smooth. Obviously, it's smooth. It's like way better version of like it's just like a whole step up from like a Morrison. Do you know what I mean? It's just in every way. Like there's no jaw. It's nothing like that. It's just smooth. It doesn't spin too fast, so it's not making you sick. It's going to be like fun for like everyone, and I think it's going to be like one of the best like family coasters in the UK by far.
For sure.
I reckon that's what it's going to be.
I completely agree. It looks amazing, and like I think the theming just adds to the coaster, and like they're obviously really good at it down there. So I'm excited for the future of Paulton's. Go on, Joe. Yeah.
I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of parks here in the UK, particularly Merlin parks, can learn a lot from Paulton's Park and look at what they're doing in terms of the theme, in terms of the immersion, in terms of everything. They can learn a lot from them. But also as well, going back to that POV, that music is epic, by the way. It's really cool.
Yeah, music is
it's perfectly
really
fitting. Really so, yeah.
I think I don't know. Yeah, going back to that, I think like Merlin kind of know this. I think they've known it for a long time. I think when like one person does something, the other one has to then up it. It's it's the whole Disney Universal thing all over again, isn't it? So it's you get.
I mean, there's 400 miles between the parks in this country, so it's like everybody has to fight that piece of people to turn up. Blackpool did it with Icon, Tower did it with Wicker Man, and Paulton's doing it with Tornado Springs. What's happening?
Yeah, I think like the thing is like with Merlin, like for example, like we can't forget, like I think the Smiler is really good, well themed.
Amazing.
I think Wicker Man is just insane. Like it still blows my mind now. It's just, but I think what Paulton's have done with this is it's like Joe said, it's just bringing the whole land together, and that's just that's needed really. It's just bringing everything together and tightening it in. And I think Paulton's are just smashing it at that by the looks of it. But we're going next week, so can't wait for that.
Nice one. It's gonna be awesome. When are you going?
Good. I can't know. I don't even know. Joe tell you.
Have you got a document with like where you're going? Like I wish I could do that. I really do wish I could just do that.
Itinerary.
You're giving it everything next week, are you? Like, the entire week lined up.
Yeah, what you don't see is just off camera, he's got a whole year planner set up.
That board that he did. He did the top 10 rides, top 10 rides at Alton Towers video. That little pin board he's got, that's just full of trips like around the UK. That's what it is. No, but honestly, I really want to go down there. And guys, honestly, everyone here, like I'd love to go down with everyone that's here just to get everyone's opinions when we get there and stuff. I've never been, and Cobra looks pretty cool as well.
I think I've been once when I was very young to Bolton.
Cobra is very cool.
In any recent.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a really cool little
the airtime hills towards the end, like with the head chopper. Yeah, it's really good. I'm definitely making the trip if anyone wants to come with me.
Sure, man. Sure, definitely.
You're not invited. Sorry.
Am I invited because I'm an extension?
I am invited.
It's so good that Paulton's actually doing, standing out and doing what they want to do and not looking at the other theme parks that are kind of on their like level in this country. kind of just doing their own thing. I think that's ace. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Just imagine if Alton Towers did a whole area to Octonauts. Like that's kind of like what that'd be so cool. Like Towers has got so much going for it, man. I've got so much hope for the future of Towers and the future of
especially
Thought.
going from this year.
Yeah, like I just feel like we're turning a corner now. Everyone's turning a bit of a corner, and everyone's trying to get back to some sort of normality, and it's starting to feel real again. Like it's starting to feel like the build up to February last in 2020. It's starting to feel like that, which is awesome.
I don't think I've ever felt more like positive, like outlook on UK parks than I do right now. You know,
do you think that's because we've had a big break?
I don't know. I honestly think it's because they're all like, you know, just the extra events at Towers alone.
Yeah, sure.
Like I've said it for years. Like
you said that in the last one that we did, and you can do events.
These like these seasonal events, and it pulls people back into the parks. It keeps it fresh all year. But then it's, you know, we're going to be talking about Drayton Manor soon. Loads of investment going on in there. Paultons. It's I mean, Thought we've got like Black Mirror. What else is Thought? I don't know, but
you've got
Black Mirror. We've not even talked about that.
Mirror, that's the thing. We don't know much about it. They just announced it 2 years ago now.
We know it's
really cagey about it, aren't they?
They've been
really
damned by the timing of it. If you think about when it was supposed to be led up to, and then coronavirus came through and was like, you're gonna have to take a back seat on that. Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
I've not had much sleep.
Was that with Vlogwalks as well?
Coronavirus and Vlogwalks, yeah.
See you later, guys.
Bye, Sam. Bye.
Vlogwalks merch.
Only joking.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before, weren't we, Luke?
Yeah.
I said we were talking about this before. How much hope, you know, this we're getting from Towers, what they're doing and stuff, you know, for the park and the future.
Sure.
And like I say, the events, and they've seen that this can work and can do this, and they'll have more, you know, and hopefully they'll just build on that now. So.
I'm just waiting for Oktoberfest from Emma.
I'm hoping to remember more of it this year.
I can't wait.
I'm still annoyed that I did not get to try the German beer at Thorpe.
Are you coming up for Oktoberfest this year? Or have I got to come down to you, Thorpe?
I don't know.
We need to sort that out, man. We need because you can only book 3 events per. What
I haven't got any Towers stuff. But...
No, I think once you go and you get
you then get that ticket back again.
Yeah, you then can
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. Oh, sweet. So when I go on the 18th, I can get another
ticket.
Yeah.
As soon as you scan in, Another one.
You going for 2 days from the 18th?
Me, no, but I've got I've only got 2 Merlin things taken up on my pass. Because I had to pay full price for Towers because I missed it. I missed out because of my membership. There was that old kerfuffle that happened, so I had to buy
the way it's working is it's 3 tickets per attraction at one time. So you can have 3 Thorpe, 3 Towers, 3 Chessie, 3 Lego. You can do like all of them 3 times. You just need to use 1 ticket for that attraction to then book another one for it.
There you go then. Nice. Well, that's I love the way they've done it this year.
The only thing that they did was they originally were going to release July, August wave of tickets at the end of May, and they brought it forward to the start, like end of March, start of April. No one's been able to use their first 3 tickets.
No. That's true.
So
they probably should have after the 12th. They probably should have opened it after the 12th, right? When people have used at least one of the tickets. That makes sense. But I like the way they've done it. I feel sorry for them as well because they've had a lot of technical hitches, and it's not their fault. It's not the park's fault. It's the people that are running these servers. It's the people that are paying to run these servers for them as well. It's not Towers' fault that 4,000 people got on a link at the same time and pressed refresh 9 million times.
This is what I'm saying, right? No matter what servers you got, man. Like it doesn't matter.
Level, right?
People open. We're on like 5 different devices. It like keep refreshing the page. Like it's a DDoS attack. Like that's what
It
you
is.
do.
You're dropping the website. Stop doing it.
This is what I was trying to get across to people. I was going like, you are actually causing the problem because I saw the photo you put up with all your screen.
Yeah. But there was other issues apart from that. You know how things were handled after that and stuff like that. I think that was where the issue came from. And it's Merlin and Newcastle, isn't it?
Why though? What happened? Because from
what
happened,
you know,
what happened from my point of view was, a few hours. 3 hours later, we could all get on, rearrange our tickets. Because this is the big thing, was people couldn't rearrange their tickets before booking more. This is the thing, like everyone just got really annoyed about it. I'm talking about the second time, by the way. The first time, understandably, like everyone was like, it's gonna run out. After that first time, most people were just like, nah. There was still day tickets the next day. Like there wasn't running out. Like so, once you knew that, it was like, okay, you can chill a little bit now.
I didn't book my Thorpe one until a few days afterwards, and I was just like, oh, there's plenty of dates. So I was like,
this is it. And if everyone, like, I can understand people being annoyed, especially if like you're on your lunch break and stuff. But the only thing annoyed me was people going, can't even get this. It's not their servers. It's not. No. It's like it's a vicious cycle basically.
Yeah.
And you know, every year, like used to be every year anyway, not recently, but Glastonbury, like they've got like very good booking system, and even that is like just
trying to get Metallica tickets is the same.
Yeah,
like
anything like that. It's just the way it happens, and it unfortunately that kind of like. When it's like 4:04, that just becomes the line. That just becomes the queue. That's literally what it is. You just have to keep refreshing until it comes back up. But no,
I think they physically took the site off as well, just so people could like not have refresh. So like the refresh rate of the site calmed down.
No, it's server management. They have to not be linking it to that server and let that server actually reset.
I can't imagine being in that room and you're just watching it from the IT department, just watching it going, just how many people are trying to get tickets? 90,000 people at once? Like what?
That'll be just confiscate the booking system.
That'd be like Independence Day when the alarm goes off that something's just entered the atmosphere. Like
that guy's just sat there in front of the screen like
how do I do this? Francis, we've got a problem
about it.
No, but the way they've done it this year, where people can't just book trillions of tickets like for everyone, they've done it right in that respect.
That's the most important thing to me, is that I did think it was very unfair last year when there was people just relentlessly booking loads of dates, and then like people couldn't get on it. And I know there's been quite a lot of talk about them trying to Blackpool pleasure beaches like 7-day thing, but I don't think it would work, because places like Towers and Chessington so in demand compared to like Blackpool, like compared to pleasure beach, like the capacity is so much like more. And you just got you got a lot more families go into like Chessington and Towers. And I think if you did it on a 7-day basis, the same thing would happen. So say if they released them on like the Saturday, it'd be as soon as
every Saturday, it would be
everyone
crashing.
would just get on it straight away and then book up the whole week for when they want it or whatever. So in an ideal world, it would be better if you had a 7-day booking thing, but I just don't think it would work either.
I think we've just got to keep riding this wave, and we're going to come out on the other side soon. And one day we'll be able to just see it sunny outside, jump in the car or whatever, and go to Towers for a couple of hours, like we all used to be able to do.
I can't wait until like we can just rock up to a park again and just like not have to forward plan everything. Like that was the main thing for me, having season passes, was just being like, you know, especially me being close to Towers. If I was on my way back from a job or something, I'd literally be like, I'll just go in for like an hour. You know, walk up to the exit and back.
That's like me and Savage, like, oh yeah, if only.
Take a ride on the monorail there and the back, and then you go home.
Give it another.
The monorail's been tested, actually, hasn't it? As well.
Give it another 10-20 years, and I'll be able to do that into a London resort.
Yeah, maybe.
Way before work, just pop over.
What's the latest on that?
Late 2030.
James, what's the
Still,
latest on that?
I think that's still waiting on the government to have a look. Like they've said that they're going to have a look at their proposal, and now it's just the government have to look further into kind of like the environmental impact and all that stuff at the moment. So
Yeah,
It sounds
probably a
promising.
little
though.
while.
It sounds very
it does
promising.
sound promising.
This is the further. This is the
Yeah.
furthest they got. Then like last
Yeah.
time.
Well, you'd
Last
hope
time they
so.
got stuck at no, because this is the second time they're doing it.
Yeah.
Last time they got stuck at public consultation. They did another round of public consultation and then proposed to the government. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see
Let's
what
hope it
happens.
goes ahead.
Yeah, we will. But going back to the main topic of Paulton Spark.
Because I think I watched the theme park insanity one where you was talking about the London. It's when you was on it, Luke, and then
Oh.
on a t-shirt, and it was
We'll
like,
never know.
unless they build an RMC, there's no point. What's in the
That sounds like me.
get
Yeah.
that quote on a t-shirt. Unless they build an RMC,
There's no point. There's no point.
don't even
Definitely.
bother.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they do there.
There's definitely a
right.
wooden coaster there. There's a wooden coaster on the art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got
I
one
said
sign.
that by the dragons. There's like a steel coaster, and then in
castle.
the background there's a wooden coaster, and it looks like quite a big one. It's concept art.
For
And,
me,
yeah.
for me personally, I wouldn't look. I wouldn't look past those being placeholders. To be honest.
Yeah, it could
True.
be.
I mean, it
But-
had Journey to Atlantis in it, the literal copy of Journey to
I think-
Atlantis.
Yeah,
I think,
literally.
I think it might just be to like display the fact that there's going to be varied coaster types.
Yeah,
in there.
varied areas and rides
Right. Like
rather than
to try and assume that there's going to be this specific coaster and this other specific that might be jumping the gun a tiny bit, but
Yeah.
But
No.
it'll be interesting to see
I
what
think-
appears there, though. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, speaking of art, let's talk about Mikhile.
Yeah, am I lagging?
A little bit. Your connection's in and out. But we're just going to talk about Mikhile's awesome new venture. Do you want to load up the old banner
Who
there?
drew that?
Visions by Mikhile. Check this guy out.
Hey.
Boy, that's
Available on
well good.
CoasterGen.com.
Who's that?
And you can
Awesome.
get your prints now at CoasterGen.com in our store. And yes, Mikhile has his own store on our page. Everything goes to Mikhile. We've just done our best to try and promote it as much as we can because we know how passionate he is about this. And in my hand right now, James, you want to go back to the cameras? I have the Fort Park skyline.
Wow.
print.
Ooh, nice.
I genuinely forgot that you drew this. So when I saw it in the running order, I was like, "Oh, that's a really nice." Oh wait,
I can't see because I'm on my other screen. But yeah, there you go. So
that's been on there.
he signs them all as well. Where is the signature? No, that side. There you go. So he signs them all as well, and you get it in a nice hardback envelope, so it doesn't bend in the post as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. He's got some awesome stuff coming up as well. You've also got Busch Gardens Skyline, New York, Mount Fuji as well. So you got some other stuff other than coasters, but we've got an amazing piece coming on the site soon. We're just trying to get back some samples of the print. Yeah. Do you want to tell them what it is? I mean, you did put an Instagram post out today. So
yeah, I mean, I posted it on Instagram today, so why not? It's Smiler. It's a Smiler drawing that I've done with a background of like I tried to do like a sort of a supernova kind of star explosion kind of depiction behind it, and I think it came out really well. I enjoyed doing that a lot because it was a bit different. Like before that one, it was just mostly sort of like sunset skylines and kind of not basic, but kind of a little bit more straightforward kind of backgrounds for me to do. But that one was fun to try for sure. And I mean,
yeah, it looks amazing.
The Thought Park one was awesome as well. I want to do more of those. I might as well say I definitely want to do a Blackpool Pleasure Beach one. In the future as well. I got a few ideas. A Cedar Point one, Six Flags Magic Mountain. And others coming as well. And I mean that's just sort of like a little fun thing I've decided I've decided to do as well. Like, I mean, alongside other forms of drawing, more sort of like conceptual art design, kind of studies, and sort of just practicing those kind of art techniques. In the different kinds of, and
that's the thing, Mikhile, is that you use like pencils and like it's all hand done. There's nothing digital. It's all hand done. It's all hand drawn. So
I know you're wanting to branch into digital, aren't you?
Yeah, you want to go into digital printing, but I mean, there's nothing better though than getting someone's actual hand drawn work. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, look how good that is. CoasterGen.com, guys, go and buy them. If you buy 2 prints, you get free shipping. So anything over £30 an order as well gets free shipping as well. That's international and UK as well. So make sure you go and check that out.
Amazing. Well done, mate. It's so good.
Yeah, well done. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Talking for so long about doing it. It's so good to see it like actually out there now and stuff. So it's really cool.
And just a quick one, guys. We've got this show is sponsored by Airtime Addict, and if you use CG Show at checkout, Chris's store, you'll get 10% off.
Wait,
Mikhile,
in the match.
Mikhile, you could literally do like an artist.
What's that?
You'll just go around with our like palettes, and then you can teach us how to like.
That'd be great.
An art class
on the lawns at Towers, just like
that'd be so cool.
During Oktoberfest. Like, I think we should have a draw off. We should have a draw off on the lawns.
You answer that section.
Shocking. I'll take tracing paper.
Who's gonna draw Emma from Top Thrill Tourists like wasted on the lawns?
Lying down, like gear everywhere.
Ooh, shade. I mean, to be fair, we could draw you wasted at Pleasure Beach.
Mate,
So.
We're going down a murky path here.
We are
a very murky path.
Wow.
Let's get back on deep fried Oreos quick.
Is that what we're doing? Yeah.
Mate, shots were fired a long
down
time.
for an art class on the lawns. Towers should do that. Like employ Mikhile to do it. That would be awesome.
That'd be so cool, though, wouldn't it? Though you think about.
I can't draw for shit, but I'd still try.
Sat outside Oozy Boozy.
I'm still trying to.
Also, Joe, you've got some new merch, mate, on the store. You got some retro wave going on to actually go with what Towers have just dropped. I mean, I did the design for you. I was like, let's do some 80s stuff, and then like Towers just go and do what they did.
Did you guys have some involvement?
Yeah.
No.
I heard this sold and merch, and then decided.
Yeah. But do go check that out. As Luke's just said, it was actually designed in cooperation with Luke, and it's really cool. It's almost as if we kind of sort of envisioned what TPI could have been had it been a thing back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So do go take a look. It's on our official website.
It's like old retro, like CRT monitor style with like you've got like all like purples and bright greens and really cool. The logo looks awesome. I was really happy with how it came out, and it's not just the font. Like there was actually some stuff that it's actually surprisingly difficult to design something that looks like it's from the past, like in such a way.
Yeah,
it's weird to do.
I was almost tempted to kind of like change the whole logo over so that actually was a logo. But
I would probably do that now with Towers doing what they've done. Like it might work,
On trend.
You're doing great on Facebook as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're doing great on Facebook.
Thank you so much to everybody that has followed us. We've literally just bypassed 3K followers, which is incredible. So, everybody, thank you so much. It means the world. It really does.
That is
mad. For how long?
Less than 2 years at this stage. 2 years in July.
Crazy.
So,
I've been doing it for 7, and I've only got 3. And Joe just comes along and it's just like boom, like there you go. But it's amazing content. I can't write like
so much.
Like Joe's writing his articles and his interviews and everything that he does, puts so much hard work into it, guys. So please go and check it out. Packingsanity.co.uk. Go and subscribe to the new YouTube channel as well. It's amazing.
I thanked you like 3 times already for the piece you did on the vision.
More than welcome, mate. Honestly, it was an absolute pleasure. I just wanted to obviously get the work out there because as everybody else has said, those drawings are insanely cool. So well done. Yeah, more than deserved.
And airtime, John is dropping some tea towels next month, so stay tuned for that. That has to sponsor the show. We've got to get out for a sponsor.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah. I'll clean some pots with that on the stream. That's really good. It's funny.
How do you travel with that?
We should do a coaster show tea towel. You know, like a class tea towel you used to get in school.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
We need to do some CoasterGen show merch. Actually, we need to do some show merch.
I was always a fat stick man. Now I was in the corner.
Why was it always a tea towel? Like,
I don't know.
It
was a tea towel or it was paper towels. Like, you cut your arm off. Like, go and get a paper towel. It'd be fine.
Oh yeah, the blue paper.
There was always someone that whipped people with it. Like,
is that you? That was you.
Yeah,
that was you.
That was you. I could turn a light switch off with it. I can literally turn light. Trust me.
Okay, note to self: stay away from Loki.
Yeah. I want to see this, by the way.
Dangerous.
No, wait. No,
do it now.
Don't do it now.
You're not ready for it.
I already thought he was going to knock over his light when he rolled off to the side, so God knows how that would go.
I'm just going to have to put a reminder down not to go into to the swimming baths with you, mate. So I don't want to be in the changing rooms with you. With them.
Yeah, you can imagine it splash landings and Sam just
It's a slippery path again. That's
like, John, why is your leg red? Loki being a bit of an idiot.
This might go down wrong with the listeners.
What's that?
It was the anatomically off drawing.
Oh, okay.
Mine was always like that as well.
the tea towel.
Anyway, we've gone on a train wreck here.
Oh, it's always a
It's a
train wreck.
simple
This is
and
CoasterGen. Well, guys, let us know. Let us know in the chat and let us know in the comments and whatever. If you're watching this on playback, let us know if you want some CoasterGen show merch. We can all put that together for you.
Not tea towels though, because John.
No, John will be pissed. I've already seen that.
Definitely tea towels.
Saturated mark.
It is, yeah, tea towel. I mean, you walk into any Blackpool and there's already a tea towel for the big one. Like
Special whipping tea towel.
We could get some rock made up.
I think we should have
CoasterGen rock.
We should have a CoasterGen show ladle.
Ladle?
Yeah, a ladle.
What, with one of those little, like
a teaspoon used to get
little logos on the top, right?
Yeah.
A thimble or something.
CoasterGen show ladle.
CoasterGen signs for October.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I mean, everyone's going to be down.
I mean, look, I'm already drinking from a stein. So.
Yeah, I'm drinking from a CSI.
Black CoasterGen on it.
Have like
Raw Oktoberfest.
do like a resin with everyone's face, like a mountain.
You got the same one, Joe.
Mount Rushmore of CoasterGen.
I do have the 4th October one, best one downstairs.
That bottle you've got looks like you're just drinking cough medicine. Hold it up.
Yeah.
Like a cough medicine.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's
California.
Cough medicine with lager.
A duvet set, yes.
Oh wow!
Don't lie to it, man. That bottle's just got Calpol in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, lots of Calpol. Yeah,
that's why it's so out.
Then see Icon as well, a nano coaster today.
Yes, Icon is now a nano coaster. You can buy a nano coaster of Icon. Yeah, and they've got the Urban Hoodie now, which they've had Valhalla, a big one, Grand National for the years as well. Now they've got an Icon one. It's the grey and black one that I always wear on the streams usually. That looks really nice. I'm definitely picking that up because I love them Urban Hoodies. It's so comfy. A lot of Blackpool's merch is really well made. It's really good.
When you do, make sure you let me know so I can use my pass and get you the discount.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got
I'll be getting some as well on Monday, Joe.
Yeah. I'll be getting everybody discount. You're just like,
yes, I like it. Mikhaile's like, yes.
Coming to you for an Icon pin badge.
I'm just imagining Joe in a big trench coat just going over to people, just one.
Joking aside, I used to wear a trench coat back in the day.
You've got to
so I could probably
that to yourself.
Slippery slope here again.
He's got every UK pin badge on the inside of his jacket, like the
Oh, man.
badges.
Imagine if you had the Nemesis ones that are going on eBay. The Nemesis ones that are going on eBay for like ridiculous prices and like Oblivion ones and stuff. Like there are some ridiculous prices for old merch, man. Like it's crazy. Have you seen some of them? Like it's mad. It's mad.
And Joe going up to people with his trench coat on, like the pins, and like, got any money for this?
There's going to be people running in the opposite direction when they see me now, and it's just like, no, stay away.
Well, not if you're not wearing a trench coat, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine for that.
Just keep the Theme Park Insanity hoodie on, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to be repping this. Yeah,
yeah, you got that. You got it. All right, then. Should we talk about the awesome announcement today from Drayton Manor? Adventure Cove, is that what it's called? There you go, Adventure Cove. It looks awesome. New boats for the Rapids ride, a fresh lick of paint, and it looks really cool. It's nice to see investment, man. It's really good. After the years that Drayton has had, it's so good to see Lupin's Group invest into the park the way they are doing it. It looks awesome. Obviously, Sean was there today. He posted on his social media. He can't talk about certain things, but we're going to go into it a little bit. So yeah, Joe, do you want to tell us about what is actually coming up at Adventure Cove?
Indeed, I can. Yep. So Adventure Cove is basically a brand new retheme of the area where Shockwave, Stormforce 10, and many of the rides are as well. And it's something that's been hinted at for a while, but basically the park have now officially confirmed it. Now, this is going to be a retheme of a brand new area that's going to be set in stages. So there's going to be phase 1, which will be spring 2021. And then as the park moves through the year, there's going to be announcements regarding different attractions. Also, I believe a couple of new rides from what I've heard, but again, they're just rumours at this present moment. So confirmation on that hopefully very soon. But yeah, it sounds incredibly exciting. They're bringing back the Rapids ride as the River Rapids, a cartoonish style sort of setup. So you'll be going through this cartoon fishing port. It's going to be very cool. Apparently, it's quite like the one at Universal in terms of the sort of feel of it. And also, other rides as well. I think the Stormforce 10 has a brand new sort of backstory as well. You're going on this
like a rescue mission.
A rescue mission to a lighthouse. Yeah. So it all sounds incredibly cool. It really does. And it's great. Great to see the park doing something new, bringing in investment and moving the park forwards.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Sean, what can you tell us about what you saw?
No, I can say. I mean, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know loads of like inside information. But like I say, I went there today, and the park is looking absolutely stunning. Just like, let alone like the new stuff that's coming. Just the fact that they've like all the painting and things they've done looks really good. Like the pictures and stuff don't do it justice for the like the Shockwave station. And I got a nice glimpse of the Rapids station, bits of theming for the Rapids. It just looks so good, and they've had new additions. I'm not sure. I can't really say anything else really, just in case I get myself in trouble. But,
no, it's fine, man. We appreciate it.
Don't lose your game.
I genuinely think from like all the evidence I've been seeing today is that like I think Loopings are making Drayton like their flagship park. I think that's what it's going to be, because it's just looking stunning, and I'm so glad about it because I know it's my home park, so I am biased and I grew up with it. But it's just nice seeing. Yeah, it's such a nice park, and it's just been around that whole, all the water and stuff. It's a really nice in the summer. It's not going to be aimed at our, thrill seekers. Like just the fact that
is my favorite flat ride in the country, like without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
What about
it went over? Imagine if it went over. That would be so mad. That would be so mad if it went over. You get to a point on Maelstrom where you get like to the top and you think, I shouldn't be this high. This shouldn't.
Mad, yeah.
Like you come off your seat, you're like, that shouldn't have happened, right? Like, and you swing back the other way and you're like, wow, this is so cool. It's been awesome to play on Ride Sims as well, which is available to the patrons on Ride Sims.
Yeah,
it's been awesome to play that.
So we can now confirm that Maelstrom is staying at Drayton with this new area.
Yeah, there's no plans.
Yeah,
Maelstrom.
No plans
to get rid of Maelstrom.
I was just thinking for the listeners, everyone just nodded.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Like we said earlier, you need to watch this.
I was a listener then because I could not see because I was just cleaning my glasses.
Yeah, it looked like it.
No, it fits into that kind of area as it is. It's gonna to stay, surely, because that's still like it's still quite like a well-loved attraction for the whole family. That ride is. I mean, I know not little kids, but they're trying to go for slight age bracket as well now to keep them, the whole family happy rather than just the little toddlers and stuff. So it makes sense to keep little ride. I mean, if Portland's Park's getting one, then why wouldn't Drayton keep theirs?
Well,
which is
Exactly. Yeah, I mean we've talked about it. I mean they've got two of the best flat rides in the country. They got Apocalypse and they've got Maelstrom. Like that's enough for me to go down and ride them, and then just experience the park. The zoo, the train ride around the park as well is beautiful. The location is beautiful. Thomas 4D, the new show as well, which is coming to Thomas Land, well, just outside Thomas Land. Like,
that's Tom and Jerry.
I said this before, but if you told 10-year-old me that you would get to experience Thomas the Tank Engine in 4D when you're older, 4D. I'd be like, nah, man, that's not happening.
Yeah,
but I loved Ice Age 4D at Alton Towers. So if it's anything like that. That's such a laugh, man. I mean, it's obviously it's going to be aimed at a lower age than Ice Age, but it's still going to be. I do want to experience that. I really do want to experience that. I think it would just give that little bit extra to the day at Drayton as well. Something like that going on.
I think I'm going to try and appreciate. Like I know it. Thomas Land, like going around there. Obviously, I don't really spend much time in there when I go because it's
it is stunning though. It's some of the best theming.
The theming in there is insane, isn't it? And it is something to actually appreciate. Really,
I'm quite proud of it that it's in this country too.
Yeah, no, it is amazing, and I saw a lot more of it today than I usually would because it was just obviously it was empty and we was going around it, and it made me reminded me. I was like, wow, this is like actually insanely good quality, like in terms of just the fact that they actually built these buildings, and now the toilet block is pretty much like built. It's a building again now, so that's really good news.
Good.
They've had such bad luck from anything from the floods to COVID.
Yeah, in 1 year they had them floods, COVID, and then like you say, the fire, and it's just like
it's so sad because the last park in the country I want to go absolutely at all. Like everyone was saying, "Oh, Drayton are done now." Nah, they're not. Like they're seriously not. This new company that came in. I said this on an earlier podcast when Jamie was on and he was talking about it, saying that how good loopings are and now how good they've been to certain parks. I just had a feeling that they were going to invest into Drayton because it's a gold mine. If you get Drayton right, it's an absolute gold mine. I really do think it is.
They've done exactly what I would want them to do with it.
Exactly, Mikhile. Exactly. Yeah. And that's coming from someone whose favorite ride is Lightning Rod, So it's like, if that's made you happy, then that's got to be doing something right, right?
Because like before these evident, renovations and like just sprucing the whole park up in general, I was kind of I still wanted to get down there because I wanted to ride Apocalypse and Maelstrom and Shockwave, but like that was kind of it. Like I didn't really like feel any other draw towards the park itself other than those three rides. But now to see that the work and the effort that they've put into the aesthetic side of how like Stormforce 10 is looking and how they're renovating they're playing with theming ideas and they're sprucing them up, making them look a lot fresher and stuff. Like I want to go down and see it, and evidently this year's the year to do it because Apocalypse ain't gonna
you can really tell when people are taking pride in it when they're replacing signs that let's be honest, like they didn't need to replace like the sign on Stormforce, but
no, they didn't.
It matters that they did. You know what I mean? Like it just looks so much better now because it's such an icon of the park, and I think just things like that just makes you realize like where their priorities are lying, and I think they're in the right place. So I'm just so excited to seeing like where the future is of that place, and it's just really exciting that you know, like I say, even if it's not going to go down the thrill route, that some love and attention is going into that park, and it's going to create like happy memories for like kids growing up, and you know, one day when we have kids,
whatever route they decide to go down, if it's done with quality, then it's an attractive product to pretty much everybody.
Yeah. And I've always said, like I said, when I was younger, like Drayton Manor, obviously that's where I went all the time. And it wasn't until I went back like a couple of years ago, some of the theming is actually better than like some of the other parks like some of the bigger parks in this country. Like they've always tried to theme their rides, except for like G-Force. That was why G-Force was so out of it was just weird because it was just a tin shed. But you go into the Maelstrom queue and you're like, there's loads of theming in that queue. You know, and Stormforce, you know, you go into a whole lighthouse, just, you know, they've always cared about like theming and like story and things like that. And I don't think they get enough credit for that. They were doing it a long time before a lot of the other big parks were doing.
For sure, definitely. And you can tell like from the older attractions that are there when you visit, that at one time they were like pinnacle in this country. They really were. You can tell like miles off. And then you go into the new area and it's like it just stepped up and stepped up. I just hope to keep stepping up and nothing stops them. I hope nothing stops Drayton Manor because you know, I can see them putting something in like Storm Chaser in the next few years.
To what extent, that's what I was about to say as well, like to what extent do you think Looping Group have seen what Paulton's Park have done with Tornado Springs and thought that's a great market for us to step into as well?
Yeah, because it's the north, right? Well, it's the north mid end of the country. Like that's so far down south.
I would argue that Drayton had a position, the importance, because I don't Peppa Pig, you know, I might be jumping the gun, but I don't imagine Peppa Pig to have the staying power.
Not like Thomas.
It's a proven thing, isn't it? It's like, so I think it's maybe if they do go down that route and try and compete with the likes of Portons, they're in the perfect position to do it. They're already on.
Yeah.
And geographically, they're already at an advantage because they're central to the entire country.
That was my point. Like, whereas Paulton's Park is down south, very much so down south. If Drayton want the market up here, Lightwater Valley ain't going to touch them. Not a chance with what they're trying to do at the moment. Not a chance, unfortunately. That's a shame. I mean, Lightwater will always have their audience from that side. But if you move further down, you're talking like a Drayton, a Towers Loop. Yeah. For the time being, until the RMC the ultimate, exactly. But I mean,
if only.
The benefit of podcast listeners. It was,
it's you got your RMC mention. You happy?
Yeah, it's RMC. You got your Taron. I mean, what more do you want? It's the CoasterGen show. Well, no, do get your questions in and let us know in the comments as well, guys, what you think about all the subjects we've talked about this evening. It's been awesome to chat to everybody. Has anybody else got any more subjects they want to go through, want to talk about? Joe, have you got anything you want to mention?
Not at the present, no. Just lots of plans for this season, basically.
Anything from Flamingo Land?
Good point, actually.
Flamingo Land pro that you are.
So, Flamingo Land are basically set to reopen on, I think, the 12th of April, I believe, or around about that week. Now, they're opening up in stages, basically, and what they're doing is they're opening up family rides through the week and then a few thrill rides sort of at the weekend. Now, I've been up and down on this one because at times I thought, okay, I can understand why they're doing it, and then other times thinking, well, is it the best idea? I've kind of come to the conclusion that, in all fairness, actually, it's not the great idea at all. They're going to really scupper any financial security they have if they do carry on in this kind of direction. Now, the rides they're opening up at the weekend is basically Mumbo Jumbo, Cliffhanger, and Pterodactyl, which is basically, for anybody that hasn't been, Mumbo Jumbo is an SNSO loco. Cliffhanger is a shot and drop tower, very similar to Ice Blast. And then Pterodactyl, obviously, is a Starflyer, quite a small one. But, they need to be opening up more rides to effectively have more of a pull and actually get people visiting in. Because when you've got every park in the UK, apart from them, opening up pretty much every ride in the park, and then you've got them doing what they're doing. Yeah, to me, it doesn't make sort of sense. And yes, I know there's a zoo on site. I know they've got animals to feed, and I know there's a lot of things around that. But if they want people to come and visit the park, then one, they need to be clear on what they're doing. And two,
Yes,
they need to decide what they're doing with the new edition. Because at the moment, there's been nothing whatsoever about that. There's been no information. There's been no statement from the park regarding it. And to me, that's very strange considering the size of that ride and the potential pull that it should have.
I have a
crazy.
horrible feeling, Joe, that ride is cursed. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah,
I have to say, I hate to say it, but I'm actually starting to agree. I genuinely do. I've got a horrible feeling it might not go ahead, and they might end up just pulling it down because
it's kind of the kind of. I don't know. I
really hope they don't.
Joke, but it's just weird that
it probably cost. Yeah, at this point, it would cost more money to do that. I think.
For sure it would. It would definitely. But speaking of, we haven't touched on it, have we? About Big One's retrack? Did we speak about that?
I think we did. No.
So Big One has had quite a few bits of its track replaced, and noticeably as well, the profiling has changed on some of the new track pieces, with some of the support connectors being pulled back. We're going proper geeky here, guys. So strap in. The cross ties have been made a lot denser as well. It seems like they're improving that ride vastly, and with them adding more cross ties to the one section that I've seen from Scott from Pleasure Beach Experience, which will be on the show this season, guys. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But seeing that makes me think: are we getting a full retrack of the Big One? What do you guys think? Let's discuss.
I kind of think they're going to just keep retracking parts of it off season by off season.
So you think it's going to get retracked eventually?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think it will get replaced.
I think the lift. It will be like, I think the lift hill will stay, but I think anything else will probably just get retracked. But I don't want them to like reprofile it too much because then you're at risk of getting rid of its character. Sure. I know not everyone's a fan of, but I really love it, and I just love how if that was too smooth, if they made that too smooth, it would be boring. Do you know what I mean? They need to keep it. They need to keep it like the way it was meant to be, which is.
I made it a B&M, and guys, it was crap. it was just the smoothest thing ever, and it was the same layout, and it was just boring. So boring. Yeah, don't change it. What I think they're doing with the denser cross ties and the different little bits of profiling is just the longevity of the ride layout and the ride.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, there's
actually take a little bit of the rattling out.
Yeah.
And it must take some battering where it is,
Yeah,
right on the seafront.
Now,
it does take a massive battery.
Do that.
Yeah, I think it's good, and I like it. I really, really like that they're doing it because the Big One is such an iconic ride in this country.
Yeah, mate.
That thing cannot leave.
That would be devastating.
Can you imagine the Pleasure Beach without the Big One?
Can you imagine Blackpool without that skyline? It's such a big, such a big part of that place.
It's just Blackpool, isn't it? Blackpool Tower, piers. That is Blackpool. That is what
It's a nemesis of the north, isn't it? At the end of the day, it really is, and it's
I just love the fact that anytime Blackpool is on TV or on a video on YouTube, but just nothing to do with coasters, you see the Big One.
Like Granada Reports. I remember when Granada Reports first dropped in when I used to watch TV. It just first dropped in that Big One thing. I was like, it's a Big One on TV. Wow.
I know it.
Cool.
So speaking of Blackpool, because we're on the subject of Blackpool, obviously a few.
Or you'll see us next.
Obviously, a few of us are going to be there next Monday. What are we expecting from that day, specifically?
Beers and coasters.
Lots of smiles. A hell of a lot of smiles.
Lots of smiles, lots of queues, and I don't want to jinx it, but I think we might get some pretty all right weather as well. It's looking not too bad.
You've said it now. Have
you been Blackpool before?
At this stage, it could absolutely chuck it down, and I wouldn't care. I genuinely don't care. I just want to get back to a park. I really do. I can get soaking wet, but you know, who gives
Yeah.
a
To be
monkeys?
honest, my memory. I mean, I haven't been to Blackpool for so many years. It must be like since high school since I've been to Pleasure Beach now. My memories of all of it raining.
That's
So,
I hate to spoil your hopefulness there,
really
Luke.
different.
At the moment, 8 degrees,
I'm
70%
looking forward
chance of
to
rain.
Wicked,
8 degrees, that's fine. It's not minus
70%
1, right?
chance
It's
of
not
rain.
snowing. There's no
No,
Dennis
no,
involved.
no.
It's looking good.
And 11-mile-hour
You
winds.
can't trust the weather
So-
app.
No, you can't trust it. Come on, it's the north of England. Anything can happen. I mean, it was
Anything.
snowing the other day, and then it was 20 degrees the day after. I mean, come on, you can't get through these things. I'm just looking forward to it so much, man. I am the biggest thing. You know what? One of the two things. Yeah, he's too cool for school. That's what it is. It's one of the things
No, it
is
was
Kyle's reaction to Icon. Like, I can't wait to
Yes,
see
that
his
needs to be
reaction.
filmed. I want to see
It is
it
going
as
to be
well.
filmed. It's going to be filmed. It's going to be filmed. It's going to be
Really?
straight away.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
YouTube
Yeah.
stories.
He's
coming.
Yeah, it's happening. Because, well, I'm going to try and make that vlog as long as I possibly can. So just be ready for that, because I'm not vlogged in a park for ages. So it's like, I'm just really excited to get back, to hear the music, to hear the screams and people enjoying themselves as well, and the atmosphere. And it's just going to be awesome. And just to be with my friends as well, just enjoying coasters again. Like, I just can't wait. Like, let us know in the comments where you're going, what park you're going to, what ride you're looking forward to the most. Let us know in the chat as well. It's just going to be so cool. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Like, I just can't wait to see everyone as well. Like, that's one of the big things, is like seeing people in person. Like, I saw a couple of my mates last night, and it was a band, and I was like, wow, it's weird being with other humans again. It's strange.
Yeah. It is weird.
It's strange, but it's going to be awesome. And I think Blackpool are going to knock it out of the park. Big One's going to be fine. It's cool. Retract's going to feel awesome. If it's anything to go by the other retracts that they did, it just felt weird, felt different. Icon's going to be awesome as always. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. New merch.
Shame I can't be there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but understandably, because there's no hotels, right?
Yep.
I mean, you
That
could
is a
come to
long
Blackpool.
travel.
You could come to Blackpool, go Towers the day after, and stay at the Star Pods. That's the nearest
I
hotel.
don't even think that's allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed to stay in the Star Pods.
Yeah.
They're open.
Are they
Yeah,
open now?
self-contained.
Okay.
Like,
Self-contained.
Oh
cabins.
yeah, because
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Shark cabins are as well.
Oh,
that's surprising, isn't it?
They're self-contained. Yeah, because they're self-contained.
Yeah,
well,
they
the
are
self-containers.
Yeah, they are
self-contained.
literally self-contained. No, yeah, that makes sense because all the corridors are outside.
I've just looked at my thing for next week, my plan for next week.
Oh
and
god,
it's-
here we go.
It's not that bad. But
Go
it's
for it,
like-
Sean.
It's more about the next 2 weeks is crazy. So so Monday we're going Towers, then the next day we're going Poultons, and then Friday we're going Blackpool, and then Monday we're going Towers again. And then we're going to Chessington on the 21st. And then 22nd, I'm walking a Woody at Blackpool.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that quickly. Like that new thing. So is it next streak that you'll be walking?
To be confirmed.
Okay.
It may have changed to something even better, but
oh wow,
not so much too much about it.
Well,
May have.
They did announce that there was other possibilities this year with other coasters. But no, that's interesting. That's really cool. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be so cool. Like I've really can't believe they've asked us. So we'll be doing that with like the Pleasure Beach Experience lads. So looking forward to doing that. And then we're going to Thorpe on the Monday afterwards. So it's gonna be a crazy one. I don't think I'm.
Whatever you do, Sean, don't ride Saw because it'll just annoy you and you'll get frustrated and it'll ruin your vlog and it'll ruin your day. And it's a long journey. Don't ride Saw. Don't do it.
What is that like a joke? Because I don't think I've ever had been that annoyed by it.
You got in that you went on Saw, didn't you? Instead of doing like the mazes last year or something. Like I found.
Oh no!
There was a thing.
Nah. What happened? No, that was a scare maze. That was the scare maze that broke down. and we end up being in like the queue for 2 hours in a scare maze. That was
What
like
if I was Saw?
no. The similar
Oh.
thing did happen with Saw because
The first one
it just breaks down. Like you can't. It's not a
Yeah.
thought park
Yeah.
game unless you go into Saw queue line and you get stuck in there for like ages.
Or
and then all
you're
them
in
people, do you remember all them people kept passing? You know, because it was like when it was like COVID. It was when we only just got out again after that massive lockdown, and
Yeah.
we was in the queue. And then it's just like person after person just like squeezing past us in that queue. It's just stupid.
Or you have the other one where you're in another queue and then everyone
Mm.
on Saw gets given a fast track.
Colossus! Colossus!
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well,
yeah. That was
such
that
a
like
fun-
was being attacked.
Yeah.
I finished in the Saw
so-
game. We rode it 4 times and no issues, and it was quite quick, a lot quicker than
You got
the 2
lucky.
times we were doing.
Yeah,
you
you
got
got lucky.
really
That's
lucky.
like that's just such. It's so renowned for just like going down constantly. I don't think I've ever been in that queue and it not go down. But
Wow.
it's such a shame because it's like I really enjoy that, even though I do find it like it quite painful towards the end. Like I just think the whole ride experience is like just so good and it's very unique. I do like it. It's just
Yeah. The indoor
it's a shame
section
that
is
the operations
awesome.
are just so bad on it. Like I don't know what's wrong with it.
No, I don't. I think you've got a bit of a you need to break the streak of having it broken down. I think you should go on Saw. You know what? I take it back. Go on Saw and see.
I always
see
go
if
on.
there's a
I
break.
always go on Saw because I do. It is worth it just for that indoor section alone. It's like so worth it. Like I love it.
Well, again, it's immersion, isn't it? You know, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
Indoor section is probably my favorite part of it, to be fair.
Quick
Yeah.
question here from Steve in the chat. Do you think the waterfalls will be back on in some form on the Rapid Towers? Pics of new filming for it revealed recently. Reckons demo the other day. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. The waterfalls possibly might return in some form. Maybe one half of the waterfalls, maybe. That would be possibly. But I know that Towers maintenance has been at it so much. From what I've seen from everything from Theme Park Insanity, from Aaron's trips down there, so everybody matches that I've seen online, they look like they've been so busy, and the park looks like it's been spruced up so much. I'm so excited to see Towers. It's like on the 18th when we go down there, I just can't wait to see everything. It feels like the park's going to be completely different. And with all the new merch and all the new stuff that's there as well, and
that's so annoying that you're there a day before we are.
Mad, isn't it? Mad. I know, like we're going Blackpool. I thought you'd be going Blackpool on opening. I don't know why I thought that, but
it's just weird, isn't it? Because it would normally be because it's the opening weekend, so it normally is always Blackpool first. But I think when it comes down to it, it's like. Man, I miss Towers so much.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Blackpool it's got Pleasure Beach. I love it equally. Love it. It's just a different vibe for me. Pleasure Beach is like for beers, like sun,
summertime, chilling out.
But there's just something magical about Towers, and it's just something. We did have that debate, like, what is it going to be Pleasure Beach or Towers? And it was like, I need Towers in my life right now. Like, I need that, like, just happiness, and then I'll be ready to have like the kind of.
Do you know what's funny? I felt like this at the end of the Towers visit last year, and also at the end of the Cedar Point visit in 2019. Actually, have you ever felt like you've completed a theme park? Like the experience that you've had is so like you've been able to do so much. You've done everything that you wanted to do. You've ticked off every box of like expectation that you had for that like entire visit.
Yeah,
that you kind of just like I would like to get back, but I don't feel like I need to because I've done everything that I
had that very feeling with Thorpe.
Everything.
Yeah,
I had that very feeling with Thorpe for 6 years, Mikhile. That was my feeling with behind Thorpe.
Because I'm so close to it. Like while I do enjoy Thorpe, it is like if I go there and get on one ride in a day, I don't really mind.
Yeah,
as long as I'm there with friends, it's like.
So you go with half the battle, isn't it?
I expect myself to get to Towers this year, but I'm not in a rush to get there. And when I do, I think the time when I'm expecting to get there the most is Oktoberfest because I don't know. Oktoberfest was just such a vibe last year. Like
That's
I really want to get back there.
That's the one thing for Thorpe last year that
Yeah,
made me
so
go,
good.
oh, I actually really enjoyed
yeah,
going to
and
Thorpe.
just
Yeah.
the thought that like so many of us will be going back there like during that time. Like it would be so great to get over there.
Mate.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
It's so good to get back there and just like meet so many people in the community now. Not necessarily to like go for like all the rides and everything. Obviously, I'm gonna marathon Nemesis. That's a given. But like just to get over there, get down there, and just chill with people and just kind of
I agree. I feel I feel a little bit different. Like I do know what you mean in terms of when I go to Alton Towers, I don't have that horrible like anxious feeling. You know, when you go to a parking lot, are we going to get on this? Are we going to get on that? Like I don't get that anymore. I really don't. Like if I miss a ride, I can happily go to Towers now, do a couple of things, and then just like chill and just like. There's just so much to do there other than rides, in my personal opinion, which is just like go like literally walk around the gardens, go have a beer, and watch like Wicker Man go around. Like there's just a lot more for me. I get a lot from just walking around the place like that.
Yeah.
And watching the rides, like watching them is so satisfying. I can literally, if something's got a long queue, I will just stand there and watch a ride and be like, that looks fun.
This is why I hate this is why I hate rides that like you can't really like. This is why I feel like Chessington always feels like the queues are so long because there's a lot of rides there where you can't actually see like the ride.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
it makes it drag so much.
Like even with Vampire, like even though you do actually queue through the ride area, because the tree cover's so dense, you see nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the worst ride for that is Space Mountain. Like any of the Space Mountains, if you don't know what it is, you're just literally in a dark corridor. If it's
I suppose Rock and Roller Coaster is probably the same as well.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, exactly.
A bit like X as well, when it was X No Way Out, when you just going around the corridor.
Yeah, but now it's Walking Dead. You just have a flipping foghorn go off like every
God. I've not done The Walking Dead yet, so when we went down last year, we didn't do it.
It's even worse now because like the bulk of the queue is outdoors because they are limited with the amount of people that can be in that building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of the queues outdoors.
Yeah.
And then you go into your little pre-show area.
Yeah.
And then you walk along corridors for about 5 minutes. And then you're stuck there listening to a blooming truck horn going off every 10 seconds.
Like I really like that pre-show on it.
The pre-show is a lot of fun.
I think it's really cool. Like the way they did it all and walking through that bit, it is you are on edge.
Yeah, you do feel like you're gonna someone gonna jump out.
Like you just kind of like I feel like something is gonna come out this time.
I guess that's what it's supposed to do, right?
What's that? No, at the end. I don't know. At the end, they have people. They normally have actors at the end. Of the
I didn't have any when I went on it.
So it feels like it should be in the first part because it's just so the corridor is so bloody long. Like
it's
like
that building's massive.
Yeah,
so
it's huge, absolutely huge.
So am I right in thinking does the ride do the same stuff as X No Way Out did, or does it do something slightly different?
It's the same.
They're pretty similar. They've changed up some of the block sequencing a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was the lucky thing about X is it had a lot of blocks.
Yeah.
So it was very stop and start. So they managed to build in story elements, which it lent itself quite perfectly to a story-based ride, to be honest.
Fair.
I like it. I think it's a bit of a laugh, to be honest. I think it's it's a bit.
I
janky.
did really enjoy it when it was a rave coaster, though. That was just
I never did it, so
it was so much fun as a rave coaster.
You either had Blade club theme or like animals, like that.
Has it like Blade the film?
Yes.
Yeah. That's like that's the vampire rave scene.
Yeah,
and then you like get animals when you're going down the first drop. We timed it perfectly. Yeah, we had Blade all the way through the queue line as soon as we got in the train. Man, we hit that lift hill and animals started and the lasers went mental. That was my first ride on X No Way Out. It was amazing.
That's it. I'd love to have just experienced that. It sounds cool.
It was such a rave, honestly. It was so good. It was so
good. But to answer your question, I don't think the Rapids are coming on.
You don't think the
Oh,
rides
yeah.
would be?
That's what the question was, wasn't it?
My question
Yeah.
is, why is it always when will the waterfalls turn on and not when will the Trommel tunnel be fixed? Because that's in Jaws. That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Very good point.
I would like to see. I would like to see Jewel get a complete overhaul. To be fair, I think it's well overdue. It really is. I mean,
what do you think the future is?
Yeah, I don't think the priority's there for him, and I would agree.
No.
Maybe it's not the first thing I'd like to see him do, but it's up there in like when they can do it, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice if
I
they
just don't
didn't
want him to
randomly
like. I don't. The only thing that I worry about is them like dumbing
Changing
it down a little bit, like kidifying it. I've seen like places have a habit of doing this, and and it really annoys me when they just try and kiddie it up. I'm like, it's a ghost train, like it's
it's supposed
what
to
they
be
did
free,
to Tomb Blaster though. They ramped that up. You know, that's gone from
I still haven't been on Tomb Blaster.
From what I've seen, at least anyway.
No, it is generally. I mean, I'm a wimp anyway, but when I first went on the new Tomb Blaster, like it was pretty like tense. I've got to say, very tense. But I think it's good. I do think
Please do not touch your blaster.
Sack the guns, indeed. Yeah, get rid of them. Get shut of them. And all the targets as well.
I think so. But I mean, you've got the choice though, haven't you?
I don't mind. Right?
I never use it.
I don't mind the shooting, but I don't like the style that has done it in with them lights everywhere. Like,
it
takes away.
Surely there's a better way of doing it than having the lights just everywhere. But I think there's better technology out there now. But
for sure.
Yeah, if they had like the buggies that could rotate and they could do like just story elements then instead.
I don't know,
like focusing
like
you on one part of the room and then turning you around for another part of the room would be quite cool.
Maybe because that would have to be a whole retrack of the ride then, wouldn't it? And that would, I don't know if they'd go that. I mean, it'd be nice if they do that, but then again, it's like them the actual buggies they are in. It's like it's a completely custom built thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's so small. Like,
and it was just like because they wanted it to like obviously look like he was going to go in like Haunted Mansion or whatever, where they, like a proper Doom buggy where they're all together and then they separate off, and it's still like really clever, like how that works. The whole
very clever
behind that. But
it's so technical that it didn't work on opening day. While they literally had to kick it round. That's great.
And just have to like keep restarting it with by hand, and it's funny.
Yeah. Right, guys. Well, we've been going for 2 hours. I think that's enough for our first episode. Next week we have Nick Hudson on. Next week.
Before we leave, can we just because Behemoth is really sad that he missed the Pantheon. The Pantheon mention at the start.
Oh well, you can watch it. You can watch it back. You can watch it back. It's fine.
TLDR,
you can watch it
back. TLDR, it's great.
Yeah, it looks amazing. But yeah, go back, watch that. Guys, make sure you subscribe to all the links in the video description. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Thank you for listening on Spotify and any podcast that you're listening to us on. We really appreciate the support here. The show hopefully has been a lot better for you now, season 3, with the videos and the images and everything. A bit more production for you guys. So we have tried to up it. So let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it. Let us know about the merch if you want the CoasterGen Show merch. We can throw that out there. And guys, next time we speak to you, we would have been to a park. So
not me. I'm like the odd one out here.
Well, yeah, you can go.
No, you know what I'll do. You know what I'll do. I'll go to my local park just down the road.
Yes, get that slide cred, bro.
Go get that slide cred.
You got a Ridge Racer down there.
No, it is like the worst park you could ever. I chipped a tooth at that park.
Oh, what? All right, that's for another show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all your support. Go and subscribe to everybody on the show right now. The links are in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, guys. You've been awesome for super chatting as well. We really appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next show, guys. I've been Luke, and we've been the CoasterGen Show. And we will see you next time, guys. See you later. Guys, thank you so much for watching tonight's show. April 12th, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. We'll be seeing you.
Scream if you want to go faster.
Shabba!
Let's get ready to rumble!